we're with Loving Superfoods. We're going to show you how easy it is to make the standard recipe of chocolate bliss in a blender.
It's really easy. First, you start with 3 cups of preferably spring water.
And you can use any water you like, but please don't use tap water. Tap water is so full of chlorine and often fluoride. At least filter it, or find spring water at your local grocery store, or go to findaspring.com and find a spring near you. 3 cups.
3 cups. And then we're going to add a cup of honey. We usually use vanilla agave nectar, but we currently are out, and honey is the next best thing. Tastes just as good, doesn't pour quite as easily.
And it's a little higher glycemic, so if you're diabetic and you're really cautious about high glycemic sweeteners, talk to us. We recommend palm sugar as the next best alternative.
And we want to recommend that you use the little notches on the side of the blender to measure this, so you don't have to dirty your cup or waste any. So we pour it in.
Glug, 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 glug. Dan is such a precise measurer. It's awesome.
And of course, you know,
that honey, yeah. It's the extra treat of making chocolate bliss. Alright, so you've got water and honey in there. 3 cups of water and a cup of honey, and now you're going to add the chocolate bliss powder. And this may settle a little bit as it's shipped to you, so when you first open it or every time you're about to measure it, you can shake it up a little bit. The measurements are meant to be a fluffy measure, not a compact measure, and that'll make your jar last longer. You should be able to get between 3 and 4 gallons of chocolate bliss out of 1 jar, depending on how chocolatey you make it. We're going to put in 1.25 cups of chocolate bliss. That's what we call the standard recipe. That's the preferred chocolatiness. We like it. I better count. This is 4. And there's 5 quarter cups. All right.
I also recommend you put the lid on.
Put the lid on before you blend, and start off slow and bring it up to high and blend until completely smooth. All those hemp seeds need to be ground really fine for it to be like chocolate milk.
Usually about 30 seconds.
Is beautifully blended. It's nice and smooth in there. So now Dan is going to pour expertly into these awesome glass half-gallon jugs that we got. They're milk jugs. You'll see on our website the online general store where we got them. And the trick is to pour evenly between the 2 half-gallon sizes. If you have a gallon-sized jug, just pour it all in. You're going to fill it up the rest of the way, the water. And you definitely want to add water, because this recipe that we just put in the blender is a concentrated chocolate bliss. It's meant to have more water added to it and make up a full gallon's worth. It'll keep in the fridge for about a week and before it starts to go bad. And that most people will drink it in about a week. If you're drinking between 8 to 16 up to 24 ounces a day, you'll easily get through that in a week. All right.
Perfect.
And now use up every last bit of that chocolate bliss. Dan's going to put some water into the blender. It cleans the blender and it gets every last bit of chocolate bliss.
Yep, you do that about twice, and then you're not wasting any.
Not wasting any chocolate bliss.
And not having to work too hard to clean either.
Right. I like watching Dan do it. He's so precise. Look at how evenly those bottles fill.
It's not as critical on the second.
On the second pour.
On the third pour, it's not critical at all, because then you're just dealing pretty much with water.
Yep. You're going to fill them up the rest of it with water anyway.
Last time we're back to a clean blender.
No muss, no fuss.
Glug, 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 glug. fill them the rest of the way with water.
And fill it all the way up to the top.
And then we pop on the lids.
Make sure those lids are secure. These milk jug lids, they're really tight the first time you get them and they loosen a little over time, so you want to just kind of pound them on before you shake. You always shake your Bliss before you pour it.
Before you drink it, yep. And now the trick is you want to drink it fast, but it's kind of warm now, so you either got to blend a little ice with it or pop it in the freezer for about an hour. Set the timer, and so you don't forget it. The other one goes in the fridge.
And there you have it, a gallon of chocolate Bliss. Quick creation time and drinking all week long.
And now there's nothing left to do but drink it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your health.